Alright. So tonight I'm just making a little video about everything that's going on today in society. Just gonna touch on a few things, and I just want to get your perspective and how do you view it and what do you think. So tonight specifically I want to touch on the whole Black Lives Matter things and stuff like that and how I feel about it. You know, this is just my opinion. Keep it in perspective. But you know, Black lives do matter. I agree with that. But at the same time, I feel like we can't wait until something happens when it's, oh, you know, when cops are abusing us or abusing power or abusing their authority, and then it's like, oh, Black lives matter, Black lives matter. Black lives should always matter. Even besides that, we have black on black crime that still hasn't been fixed. And this is an everyday thing in the ghetto, if you live in the ghetto. So we need to start with baby steps and build on that. You know, that's number one. We have to start with baby steps. We have to look at ourselves in the mirror and say, what can I do to make society better? What can I do to better myself? What can I do to make us more of a unity as a culture and stuff like that? If we want, you know, if we want to get somewhere on a certain level, we have to do certain things. We can't just expect everything to be given and handed to us. You know, it starts with us first. We have to cut down on crime. We have to cut down a lot of things. We can't just, oh my God, did you see what the cops did and this and that, and oh my God, why nobody, you know, I'm enraged. You should always be enraged. Even before that, you should always be enraged because of what's going on in the ghetto, regardless of cops. Regardless of cops, bad enough we have drug dealers, murderers, rapists all around in the ghetto. And black people are being killed by black people. You know, they don't make it any better. I'm not giving them a pass, but black people get killed by black people as well. It's no difference. It should always be justice. It shouldn't be justice now or even more because it's a white person. We kill each other every single day. We have to cut that shit out and build on that. And these motherfuckers don't take us serious because they laugh at us because they know that that's exactly what we do. It's all part of the system. It's designed to keep you down and to make you think a certain way. The system is designed to have black on black crime, and it's designed for you to hate your brothers and sisters instead of loving each other and building each other up. You know, African American culture is like one of the only cultures I know that hate on each other and is so violent against each other. You know, and it's a sad thing. It's a very sad thing. It breaks my heart. And I am proud to see young people like myself and other people that I know speaking on this and speaking out about it, because you should, you know. So that's a step. Pardon me, that's a big step. That's a step. You know, you should speak on it. That's a step. You should speak on it. And the more we speak on it, the more we start to do something about it, the more we come together, the more we act out on it, you know, gain knowledge, read about it, just as much knowledge as possible, because, you know, things are only going to get worse. Things are only going to get worse. So we have to gain as much knowledge as possible. Things are only going to get worse. And you do that by reading up and not in the news, because the news is going to only tell you what they want to tell you. They're not going to tell you what's really going on. They're going to cut shit out, edit shit out. The news is not going to give you the real details. You have to really take it upon yourself to take the time to read. You have to read and understand what you're reading. Even me, I'm still trying to learn and understand what I'm reading and understand what's going on in the world. You have to. You can't just read something and take it and run with it. You have to understand exactly what you're reading and build on that and keep it. It's process. It's a process. It takes a long time. It takes a really long time, you know. But if we all try, maybe we could come together and stop, you know, the violence and the gang banging and stuff. Because, you know, like I have a friend like Rodell. He said it best. You know, this gang banging shit is more than life to that. It's more than life to selling drugs. It's more than life than all these things. You know, people fail to realize that. They think that's what life is, and that's because they've been trained and brainwashed to think that. You know, they think welfare. They think, you know, having a fly's gear, standing on the corner, excuse my language, slinging rock and selling drugs to your own brothers and sisters and to the community you live in, and then go behind it and talk about, oh, you know, I can't get a job because this and that, but that don't make it no better. You selling and slinging shit where you live at, it doesn't make it any better. You know, you have to break out of that mind mode shit. You know, it's like we were taught to just go back to slavery. You know, taught to just hate each other and love the white person or other races and hate on each other as much as possible instead of building each other up to overcome everything and take over this shit. You know, that's just my opinion. You know, you shouldn't hate on another person because he's doing better or he's doing good, you know. But that's just my opinion. It's more than life than selling drugs, gang banging, clothes, welfare. You know, it's more than life than money. It's more than life than all these things. It's just what does life mean to you and how do you value it? Because if you think standing on the corner and stuff is life, these rich motherfuckers, they don't care about that. You are nobody to them. You think you are somebody to the hood and the ghetto and the inner city because they know your name or they know your nickname and they know you fly or you a bad bitch and you got all this money and your hair long or whatever the case may be, and you wear the latest shit, so you think you known and that makes you popular. That's how your brain is washed. You want to be known for shit like building your own company, you know, uplifting people, bringing people that you grew up with and showing them something different, turning them into businesswomen and businessmen. You want to be known for stuff like that, not for gangbanging, robbing people, stabbing people, killing people, shooting people. You don't want to be known for that. That's minor shit. That shit that doesn't even matter. It doesn't even exist to the corporate world, to America. You know, only if they wanted to exist, when they needed to exist. When they try to portray us as something else, then it exists about the things that's going on in the city. But other than that, that shit don't exist. They don't care about that. These motherfuckers own yachts, buildings, you know, the name brands y'all niggas like wearing and stuff, and you think it's popping and stuff. It's owned by white people that don't even like us. You know, that don't even like us one bit. But they know we stupid enough to buy this shit. But these motherfuckers don't like us. They don't like us. And until we step up even more and see this, things will never change. You know, and I'm glad, and like I said, once again, I understand it takes time, and I understand some people just don't want to see it. Some people, it takes years. Some people, it takes a push. I wish I could have did this video 5-6 years ago, because I have a voice. And I'm speaking on behalf of a lot of motherfuckers who don't have a voice, and they're afraid to speak out because they're afraid what people may think of them. I'm speaking on a lot of people who don't have a voice. You know, I'm their voice, you know. I have a voice, and I'm going to say how I feel about a lot of different topics. This is not going to be my last videos, and it's going to be more coming, you know. So, you know, it's a process. We have to come together and overthrow the government, man, because, you know, that's the #1 problem why people think how they think in the hood and why they think certain things is acceptable and why they think this is okay. It's a brainwash thing, man. You brainwash. You get brainwashed into doing dumb shit. And none of it, like I said, none of this shit matters. Nobody cares about it. Nobody cares about it except the people you around. But the big picture is something more than life than this, man. Life is more than what you think. It's more than being in the hood, man. You gotta go out there and get it and open your eyes and see that shit. Read about what's going on. If you think I'm lying, man, look into politics. You don't have to be into politics, but look what's going on. Look at the presidential candidates running. It's you know, it's changing. It's been changing, and I'm just realizing that shit. So it's more than life than what you think, man. You gotta open your eyes because you don't want to be caught in crossfire and you fucked up. You know, the revolution is coming. The revolution is coming. People are starting to wake up, and that's a good thing. But we need more people to wake up. We need more people to wake up, you know. And I'm just starting to wake up. I'm starting to speak on it. You know, it's true. You have to, you have to wake up and realize what's going on. Because if not, if shit hit the fan, you're gonna be asked out because you don't know which direction way to go. Gotta wake up, you know, and you have to. And there's so many of us against white America and America. And if we could come together, it'd be a beautiful and scary thing. But until that happens, you have to be conscious. You have to gain conscience and knowledge of what you're talking about and what's going on. You have to realize what the big problem is. It's not the person standing next to you selling drugs on the corner. It's the person you don't hear about. It's these people that own corporate buildings and corporate America and got all this money that's stealing from you, basically, taxes and everything. These are the motherfuckers you need to be fighting. Not somebody you grew up with, and because y'all different games, you can't fucking talk to him or he can't talk to you. You need to be fighting these people you don't even know about. You have no idea about these people that have all this money that they're taking out of our mouths and stealing. You know, it's bigger than what you think, man. This life is much more than what you think. And it's a conscious thing, man. It's kind of like the Matrix. It's kind of like you have to just wake up and see what's really going on, because we're being used. We're being used. And if you don't want to be used and you don't want to be a battery anymore, then you got to do something about it. Speak on it. Go to meetings. There's a lot of activists out there you can talk to. That's what I'm going to start doing. And learn. You have to learn. You have to be willing to learn. You have to listen and learn and take in everything and soak it up to what you think it is. I'm not trying to tell you how you should think, how you should live, but just listen. You know, listen. If you could take time to listen to the new latest rap songs, the new latest albums, the new latest artists, and take time to listen to somebody who's doing something more productive, and in the long run, it may be more meaningful to you than what you may think. You know, that's all I'm saying. But, you know, that's just about it for the first video. And my name is Jordan Scott, but I go by the name Truth, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for part 2. Peace and love.